Activity number 3. Letter A. What major concern of an international God mandate is very relevant in your community and why is it relevant? The God approach seeks to analyze the causes of gender inequality within the context of relation between women and men and social structure, and to change stereotype, division of labor as well as institution and system that bring about gender disparity. Letter B. Why gender equality is important in achieving sustainable development. Empowering women and promoting gender equality is crucial to accelerating sustainable development, ending all forms of discrimination against women and girls is not only a basic woman right, but it also has a multiplier effect across all other development areas. Letter C. Present in a creative way how you can involve yourself in addressing a major concern of a national God mandate by giving someone a good advice that may help them realize that they are not alone. Help them cope with their problems and they cannot handle.
What major concerns of an international God mandate is very relevant in your community and why is it relevant? The relevant major concerns of my community to the international God mandate, or also known as gender and development, is the poverty and violence. The poverty in my community is very high, and a lot of people are jobless, and many businesses are quite slow. And I noticed that a lot of men now are waitressing just like a woman job, and a man job is a woman job now in my community. And it seems like they are treating a responsibility just to get a job or to be employed, and it is because of the poverty. And it is good and fair to see those men and women are equally when it comes to responsibility. And the violence in my community are very common and it happens in day or night. The killing, abuse, and bullying. And sometimes I heard or see some news in social media of abuse to women and girls' child. And it always happens in a poor household. Why gender equality is important in achieving sustainable development? Because gender equality is the key for the sustainable development. Gender equality is not just a concern of half of the world's population. It is a human rights, a concern for us all, because no society can develop economically, politically, or socially when half of its population is marginalized. Gender equality is the solution for the sustainable future. Present in a creative way, how can you involve yourself in addressing a major concerns of national government? A creative way to be involved in addressing a major concerns of national mandate is by creating a podcast and discussing about the major concerns of national gender and development and the gender equality and others to discuss that is related to gender and the society. Podcast is because there are some other people that prefers to listen than reading an article. And in my podcast, I will talk about the importance of program, projects, and activities that are the gender and development are implementing, especially the involvement of women in business and in the government, and of course the no discriminations and the equal rights of all and their concerns.
Here's the first question that I'm going to answer. What major concern of an international JAD or COD mandate is very relevant in your community and why is it relevant? For me, the very relevant concern of international JAD mandate in our community is about prioritizing the achievement of gender equality. It's very relevant in our community, not just in our community, but in every community, because having an equality and opportunities for both gender will create a development because of their contribution like skills and talent that is useful in such communities for its development. Giving an equal opportunities to each gender will explore some new things in the way we live, and it will give a good socialization and interaction if it is prioritized. It also It also prevent and give awareness about the violence that especially women experience. No? Because because as of now, we heard some news in such situations that girls were discriminate by aspect because they have doubts about the capabilities of girls. That's why it's really relevant and it must be prioritized gender equality in every aspect of organization. The second question I'm going to answer is about why gender equality is important in achieving sustainable development. Establishing gender equality in achieving sustainable development is important because of the reason that it gives opportunities to any aspect of gender. It enables women and men to make decisions that gives impact more positively on their own sexual and reproductive health as well as that of their spouses and families. This era gives this era give both abilities, no? Both man and woman have look like abilities. They have same abilities. Woman can do things that man can do, and man can do things that woman can do. So that's why give we should give value in prioritizing gender equality, because because we should because gender equality shows off each ability to give contribution to the community. The third question that I'm going to answer is about, I know it's not a question, but it is a presentation. It's about present in a creative way and how you can involve yourself in addressing a major concern of a national GED mandate or God mandate. Be a strong person for me, no? For me, be a strong person and show that you or I am capable of giving contribution for the development of my community, involving some government activities to present that all gender type has the ability to do things that some people thinks that only one gender could do, whether a man or a woman, exposing the importance of woman in such community that woman has a big contribution for the sustainable development of the said community or country. So we should be strong. We should be strong and show off that we women can give a big contribution for the development of our community. That's all.
Hello, I am Fatima Alcamojar from BSc in 1B. So, the major concern of an international God mandate that is very relevant in my community is the gender sensitivity and the use of gender fair language, considering the behaviors and attitudes of the people, wherein individuals has a different state of mind and has a different perspective to approach certain issue in the community, in my community. Gender equality is important in achieving sustainable development in a reason that equality founded a peaceful, prosperous, and sustainable world, providing individual with equal access to education, healthcare, decent work, and the representation in political and economic decision-making processes. below. In letter C, wherein I will present in a creative way on how can I involve myself in addressing the major concern on National Guard mandate. So, I draw a gender fair language and gender sensitivity.
What major concern of an international God mandate is very relevant in your community? And why is it relevant? The major concern of international God is the gender equality. It is relevant in our society because we all know that nowadays LGBTQ is very rampant in our community. Why gender equality is important in achieving sustainable development? Because empowering women and promoting gender equality is crucial to accelerating sustainable development. Ending all forms of discrimination against women and girls is not only a basic human right, but it also has a multiplier effect across all other development areas. Present in a creative way how you can involve yourself in addressing concern of a national God mandate. A way that I can help in addressing the major concern of God mandate is to accompany with them kind and respect.
What measure of an international God mandate is very relevant in our community? The major concern of God is focuses on gender mainstreaming or a strategy for making women's as well as men's concerns and experience an integral dimension of the design, implementation, monitoring and evaluation of policies, programs and projects in all social, political, civil and economic spheres so that women and men can benefit equally. It is relevant because God is development perspective that recognize the unequal status and situation of women and men in the society. Why gender equality is important in achieving sustainable development. Achieving sustainable development is important in gender equality because it can ensure women's full and effective participation and opportunities for leadership at all levels of decision making in political, economic, and in public life. How you can involve yourself in addressing a major concern of a national God mandate. As a student, the creative way in addressing a major concern of a national God mandate is to make work-life balance priority. With this concern, I will be able to have a good relationship with my coworkers and have a respect with women as a man. I will also support this mandating. I will provide person-centered care and work in a non-judgmental manner. Employees should value the diversity and respect the attribute that makes people different. Care plans should be personalized to reflect the likes, dislikes, personal history, and beliefs of each individual.
Activity number 3. A. What major concern of an international God mandate is very relevant in your community and why is it relevant? Answer. God focuses on gender mainstreaming or a strategy for making women's as well as men's concerns and experiences an integral dimension of the design, implementation, monitoring, and evaluation of policies, programs, and projects in all social, political, civil, and economic spheres so that women and men benefit equally. B. Why gender equality is important in achieving sustainable development. Answer. Empowering women and promoting gender equality is crucial to accelerating sustainable development. Ending all forms of discrimination against women and girls is not only a basic human, but it also has a multiplier effect across all other development areas. C. Present and creative way you can involve yourself in addressing a major concern of a national God mandate. Answer is a process and condition by which women mobilize to understand, identify, and overcome gender discrimination to achieve equality. Women because agents.
Present in a creative way how you can involve yourself in addressing a major concern of a national God mandate, making women's as well as means concern experiences an integral dimension of the design, implementation, monitoring, and evaluation of policies, programs, and projects in all social, political, civil, paggawa ng alahani at kanasan ng kababaihan, pati na rin ng kalakihan at mahalagang dimensyon na disenyo, pagpatupad, pagsubaybay at pagsusuri ng mga patakaran, paggawa at proyekto sa lahat ng panipunan sibil. An economic sphere so that women and men benefit equally, assessing the implications for women and men of any plan, action including legislation, policies, or programs in all areas and all levels. Thank you.
Activity 3. Number 1. The most common and relevant concern both in international gender and development in our community is women empowerment. Still, many of the women are prohibited to work because of their husbands' belief that women should just stay at home because that's what they tend to be at home and take care of the house, and women has less capabilities and opportunities than men. Number 2. Within the context of population and development programs, gender equality is critical because it will enable women and men to make decisions that impact more positively on their own sexual and reproductive health, as well as their spouses and family. Better use of the world's female population could increase economic growth, reduce poverty, enhance social well-being, and help ensure sustainable development in all countries. Closing the gender gap depends on the enlightened government policies which take gender dimension into account.
Activity number 3. A. What major concern of the international GAD mandates is very relevant in your community and why it is relevant? Discrimination against women, any distinction, exclusive or restriction made on the basis of a sex which has the effect or purpose of impairing, identifying the recognition, enjoyment, or exercise by women, irrespective of their marital status on the basis of equality of men and women. B. Why gender equality is important in achieving sustainable development. Empowering women and promoting gender equality is crucial to accelerating sustainable development. Ending all forms of discrimination against women and girls is not only a basic human right, but it also has a multiplier effect across all other development areas. C. Present in a creative way how you can involve yourself in addressing a major concern of the national GAD mandates, making women as well as men concerned and experiences an integral dimension of the design, implementation, monitoring, and evaluation of policies, programs, and projects in all social, political, civil, and economic spheres so that women and men benefit equally.
Good afternoon, Miss. My name is Ralph Caraballo from BRSM 1B. For question A answer. God focuses on gender mainstreaming or a strategy for making women's as well as women's concerns and experience an integral dimension of the designs, implementation, monitoring, and project in all social, political, civil, and economic spheres so that women and men benefit equally. And God promotes women empowerment to ensure that their full participation becomes more essential for society and community. Then for question B answer. By providing women with equal access to education, healthcare, and decent work, and representation in political and economic decision making is a fundamental for social cohesion and prosperity, and to ensure women's full and effective participation and equal opportunities for leadership at all levels of decision making in political and economic and public life. Then, letter C answer. Being a non-judgmental manner in a work, shows respect, provide person-centered care. Then, employers should be encouraged to value diversity and respect the attributes to make the people are different and friendly as
What major concern of an international God mandate is very relevant in your community and why it is relevant? A God approach seeks to analyze the cause of gender inequality within the context of relation between women and men and also social structure and to change stereotype division of labor as well as institution and system that bring about gender disparity. Why gender equality is important in achieving sustainable development. Gender equality is not just the concern of half of the world's population, it is a human rights a concern for us because no society can develop economy, politically or socially when half of its population is marginalized. We must leave no one behind this year of global action. Present in a creative why how can you involve yourself in addressing major concern of a national God mandate? Pushing of equal wage for the same position at work and sharing household chores at home can help. We have created a series in building on a fairer world in everyday life from childhood to adolescence. In the third report, there is check out what adults can do to advance gender equality.